Hey guys, welcome back. It is our first recorded podcast.
We're back. We're back with a GoPro. This sucker's going to be up on YouTube.
Yeah, so we decided to actually invest in a GoPro Hero 9 because we figured we'd need a GoPro eventually at some point.
Especially for like going to the gym and stuff. It's just a lot easier than having a full camera. And we're clumsy guys. Like I would much rather drop that than a good camera. So.
Yeah, and then we are looking at getting an actual camera here soon. But it is a Monday episode. This will be released on Monday, which means that this is another split episode.
Yep.
And I believe we're training in the middle of it, and then it will come out on YouTube, our training video, which is kind of cool because, I mean, it's the first time we're ever actually going to record anything. So
yeah. Oh, yeah, I think it'll be lit.
Yeah, and as you guys can hear, we have the guest is back.
And they can see now.
They can see.
We're back.
Man,
yeah, Jordan's
look at that.
back.
Sorry.
Yeah, so if you guys are listening to this on Spotify, this is also going to be up on YouTube with video for once. So that way you guys can see exactly what we look like when we're talking, or if we have any technical difficulties, since this is unedited, you guys get to see all of it. So
it's a journey. Every podcast is a journey.
On top of that, I believe we're getting merch finalized this week.
Awesome.
Something like that. Hopefully, because all we have to do is send the email because we've already had our designs done and all that stuff.
Yep.
So we should get merch finalized, and then I'm working on a website right now.
Mm-hmm.
And then once that website gets up, we'll have the merch. We still need to take pictures, obviously, with the merch, so that way you guys can see what it looks like. So exciting stuff coming soon. I mean, we're up on Apple now, so if you're listening to this on Apple, shout out to you.
Yeah, so we're basically going to be on all platforms. This next episode will be on YouTube, Apple, Spotify, iHeartRadio, all those, so it's going to be pretty awesome.
Yeah, so it's super exciting.
And sorry, all empires are built slowly, so sorry our merch and stuff has taken a while, but we all have, I have other entities going on. Keaton has school, and work. And work, and we're just trying to grind through here. It looks like the GoPro is shut off.
No, it's actually still going.
Okay.
It just turns off the screen.
It turns off the screen. I just want to make sure because
You haven't worked with it yet.
I haven't worked with it yet. Yeah, so Keaton has been doing a lot of the stuff as a whole. I've kind of been the checkbook so far and just throwing out
speaking of
dude, and stuff.
I mean,
we dropped a penny
yesterday.
I bet.
Oh my gosh! And then I had to drop another penny today.
Yeah. Well, all things come with time and usually quite a bit of money too. So.
Oh, it sucks.
But anyways, so we've kind of missed a couple deadlines on merch and stuff. So we're sorry, but we do have a lot of other things going on, and you got to remember, like we have to spend a lot of time just keeping our lives straight.
Well, the other thing that's
on top of helping you guys.
I was gonna say the other thing that's gonna suck is I get surgery, so then that website's gonna get stalled.
Yeah,
so.
But you have a lot of time. You have some downtime to where you
work
can
on it
afterwards. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you can always come over when
droopy.
I'm not. Yeah.
Slumped. Yeah.
So I believe today's episode we were suggested to talk about training.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of go more in detail about kind of what we do. And kind of just like a day-to-day. We're not pro athletes by any means. We're kind of just casual gym goers. I said, I'm 18, Jordan's 21, and Devin's 22.
Yeah, 22. But I think that's a good aspect for people because a lot of people, they see like pros and they, pro bodybuilders or pro powerlifters, or they see NFL players, like their routine is very extravagant, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's nice to just see normal people how they prepare to go normal, just a nickel above average, right? I would say I'm just a little bit above average.
You are. I'm not.
Well, I know,
I'm
but
a very average human being.
Yeah.
So it'll be good to see like the difference in our thought processes.
Yeah, and I think the other thing that's going to be nice is with recording our training, especially because Jordan is a personal trainer, it'll be nice to have people kind of...
Yeah, for sure.
Because then if they want to, they can follow along with the workout because, I mean... If our workout's good enough to tear my meniscus, it must be good enough to tear some muscle in there.
Yeah, probably.
For sure
yeah,
it is.
So, but anyway, so I guess the way we're going to kind of format this podcast is Keaton asked what I want to talk about, and I think it's just it'd be most beneficial to basically just go through our thought process before we go to the gym. So like, okay, I need to take my pre-workout, I need to make sure I'm well hydrated, yada yada, and then go to the gym, and then after the gym we'll talk about all the things I think about, or we all think about after the gym.
Yeah, I think that's a good starting point. I mean, I'm making my pre-workout right now because I forgot to put my water in it. But
Yeah.
Slacking. But I mean, I agree. We should go through our like pre-gym rituals and then like mindset. And then like mindset of at the gym.
Yeah.
And then post-workout.
Yeah, and then at the gym, I'll, because I feel like when you see a lot of workout videos, it's always they're working out, but they're never saying like, I didn't think that was enough. They don't think about what they're thinking in their own head. You know what I mean? So it'll just be nice to give that first thought. Like as soon as I get out of the set, I'll come right to the camera and we'll talk about how that went.
Yeah. I guess that's great because I mean we're gonna be before the gym, during the gym,
right? So basically just a full. Basically, what would actually normally be about the same timeline for me, usually it takes about 2 hours. It's 30 minutes before the gym, an hour, sometimes an hour and a half at the gym, and then half an hour afterwards.
Yeah,
just
so
because
this is just about perfect for us.
Yeah. So
What, Key? We spent 2 hours in the gym yesterday.
Oh, yesterday
Well,
was our back. Awful.
I definitely spend 2 hours in the gym sometimes. But if I'm just by myself, I can usually speed it up quite a bit.
We were there for like 2.5 hours yesterday. Like
Oh, my
just
goodness.
everything. It was
the whole
whole
2.5
day.
hour thing. It's like if you have the free time to do that day, you just work it into like your outside schedule.
It's just fun, like sometimes it's just nice to go into the gym, not have to. And when I go to the gym, I normally don't worry about anything of the rest of the world. But sometimes it's nice to really not think of anything else. Like don't think your schedule or nothing. Just go in, and when you want to leave, you leave.
Get that stress relief.
Yeah, for sure.
So I guess we can tap into kind of what our pre-workout thoughts are.
Yeah.
For me, especially right now, it's putting on the knee sleeves.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of like the first thing that I, get done, and that's after having some form of food. I either have a protein bar, or protein shake, just something small.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure I have a little bit of energy, and then I always change my shoes depending on what the day is. So today I got the white Converse. They're really flat, and that's good for, kind of a leg day idea.
Yeah, so we are training legs today.
Oh, yes.
We haven't told anybody, but we are training legs, even though KJ, I do not condone him training legs, but we're doing it anyways. But I just want to let everybody out there know that we aren't condoning training when you're injured, but
no, listen to your body.
It does happen.
Make sure you listen to it. That's how injuries are prevented.
For sure. KJ is just a hooligan, so it's okay.
Different breed, baby.
Cut from a different cloth. That's what KJ is.
Something. Yeah, he's cut from that sandpaper, and I'm cut from some linens,
Yeah.
So
I mean,
he's rougher around the edges.
It's my last leg day, though.
Yeah, I know.
I can't hit legs after Tuesday.
I do understand, but I can't condone it to the rest of the public.
I
would probably
cardio
do
when
it,
Jordan does legs next.
Yeah.
You know how sad I am
together.
I know.
I love cardio. I have like a mindset for cardio.
Well, yeah, but you have to do legs. I can't do legs, so I'm gonna do cardio when you do legs.
So let's just talk about what we're gonna wear going to the gym. So KJ, just like, okay, it's leg day. I know how I want my clothing to feel because I definitely I do not wear the same thing every day to the gym.
Yeah. Okay, so I always have kind of a tank top on, and that's more for if I get hot. And I always wear a sweatshirt on leg days, and it's because you want a what do we call that? It's a
pump cover.
A pump cover.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's what the beanie's for. Sometimes I put the hood on, but anytime it's leg day, I will always have a hood on, a hat on, something with a sweatshirt and shorts because now I have to put on the knee sleeves, and before then I would wear sweats.
Right.
And then flat shoes, and if you don't have flat shoes, you can always go barefoot on leg day. I don't know whoever told you that you have to wear shoes in the gym.
Barefoot's my favorite way to do it.
Well, it's the maximum way to build muscle in your legs for a squat.
Right.
And, any of those like heavy lifts, even like deadlifting, you're supposed to be flat-footed because it's the best way to get any leverage.
What about you? What do you wear? What's your thought process?
I rock with the sus shorts mainly every day.
Yep.
And then on arm days, I like to wear a long sleeve for my pump cover. I don't like to get too hot on arm days or chest days. But on my leg days, I wear a windbreaker and or like a sweatshirt like my man Keaton said. I like to get warm on my leg days.
Yeah.
If you're not warm, bro, your leg days can be trash.
Yeah, for sure. So usually what I'll wear is I always wear, well, depends. Usually almost always on leg day I'll wear a baggy t-shirt, like an extra large t-shirt. I just like, but you know how some extra larges are a bit more baggy than others. I always like to have just a loose fitting shirt because I don't want in the middle of squat, my stomach's definitely going to press out a little bit, but I don't want to see that in the mirror because I know that messes with my head, right?
Uh-huh.
So like if things mess with your head, just try and work around them. Because like it messes with my head when my stomach distends, but I'm eating 20 cows a day to try and put muscle on, so there's no way that it can't. And it's not because I'm super wasting overweight, but it'll definitely mess with my mind if I'm trying to squat really heavy. So I'll wear a baggy t-shirt, usually a sweatshirt as well. I always wear shorts because sweatpants is just not enough mobility for me.
You need
training
some
legs,
sweatpants.
I know, but even like an extra large, the problem is my waist. I have to like really cinch them up, and then they look really bad.
Have you met me? I don't care what I look like in the gym.
Well, I know, but I'm just saying it looks a little silly when there's a giant pouch around in between my legs, because that's what all my sweatpants
Look
do.
like MC Hammer when you squat.
I look like MC Hammer, and I'm not. I promise. Sorry.
You can touch that.
No,
yeah.
So the thing I was going to bring up is when I first started going to the gym, I was chubby, obviously. Mm-hmm. And the thing that always helped me was wearing a bigger like a sweatshirt or a bigger t-shirt. Yeah. And so for those of you guys that are scared to go to the gym, you'll notice even skinny guys wear baggy t-shirts, baggy sweatshirts, and it's because, they don't feel confident. So it's a normal thing to not be confident in the gym, but it's, if you think about what you wear, and it shouldn't be like a priority, like, oh, I don't have this, so I can't go to the gym.
And most importantly, when I go to the gym, I could care less. I don't care what you're wearing, if you wore it yesterday, if you're wearing dirty shoes, I don't care. I'm more focused about just trying to work out. I have my own life problems I'm thinking about. I'm probably thinking about, oh man, my shoes are dirty or whatever, you know what I mean? So I'm thinking about myself. I might realize it, but I would never conceptualize it. You know what I mean? I would never actually think about it. So if you don't have, quote, the proper clothes, who cares? If your tennis shoes are old and dirty, guess what? None of us could care less. 99% of the people in the gym aren't looking at your shoes.
Yeah, most people that be in the gym really just know that everyone starts somewhere.
Yeah.
And like it's a journey to get wherever you go, and they're really just probably going to encourage you and say keep going at it.
Yeah, for sure. Like if I see someone that, I started seeing in the gym 6 months ago, or say, and I can tell they have a bunch of progress, I'll for sure tell them.
I was gonna say, even Noah called me today, by the way, down 21 pounds officially.
I know, I weighed him.
Oh,
because he doesn't know how to use the scale, so I taught him how to use the scale.
Yeah, so down 21 pounds as of today.
Yeah.
That's a journey.
Yeah.
And then he went and got tacos because of you, Dev.
I doubt the tacos were because of me. He eats bad food on his own. They're not all...
Devin eats Mexican food for every meal.
Almost every meal. I just had Mexican food.
Are you complaining? Like, it's
The thing is, Mexican food is the easiest food to eat healthy. Mexican and Chinese...
Mediterranean. Bro, beans, rice, and meat.
But the thing is, you can't go like, oh, I'm going to go get
basic?
fast food Mediterranean. I mean,
true,
really?
bro. Where can I find that at anywhere?
Yeah, of course, Mediterranean food is better. But I can't be like, oh, I'm going to go... I can say I'm going to go to Qdoba, or I'm going to go to Chipotle, or I'm going to go to, you can actually get a pretty decently healthy meal at Panda Express as well.
Speaking of those places, I like to get the small size like orders for my pre-workout meals. Mm-hmm. So I'll get like the kids menu like meal at Qdoba or something like that for
I was gonna say,
meal.
Is that something that you take in consideration before you go work out, is what your pre-workout meal is?
Yeah, it depends on when I wake up in the day and when I'm finna work out. Like if I work out in the morning, I'll usually go on an empty stomach for a fasted state to try to burn more calories, burn more fat.
Yeah.
But if I'm going later in the day, I'd like to have some protein and like carbs in me.
Yeah, for sure. I also, back to what I wear, I always wear Nike Metcons. So those are my favorite leg day shoes. I mean, I wear them every day, but those are my favorite leg day shoes.
I've been rocking the Blazers lately, the Nike mids. I recommend y'all get you a pair. They're nice.
They are nice. They look nice too. And if you can't wear high tops or anything, Converse are always good ones. They're pretty cheap. Vans, Vans are good options for flat feet. And then, you could always just wear a tennis shoe and then just wear socks.
I was just about to say, or you can just wear whatever you're comfortable wearing. We're just saying That's what we like to wear. We're not saying that's what you have to wear.
Yeah.
It's just what we enjoy.
For the gym, whatever you got works as long as you can make it work.
Yep.
It's about your work ethic
That's
and your
right.
dedication to your journey and your goal.
Most millionaires, well, all millionaires don't start out as millionaires.
No.
You know what I mean? So all bodybuilders don't start out 280 pounds and shredded.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So if you're overweight or you think you're too skinny or whatever, no one cares. All we want to do is see you get better.
So when do you guys like to like pop your pre or your like any type of like pre-workout type of thing, like before you go in there? If you need extra hydration, when do you like to take yours?
I like to take my pre 15 minutes before I go to the gym, because I used to drink my pre. I would drink my pre. Basically, I would start it like right when I got in the gym, and I would drink maybe half of it at the beginning, and then I would taper it down, and then I would put in my intra, because I always felt like, this was back in college when I could train for 2 hours and I wouldn't care, but I wanted that pre-workout to last longer. You know, I didn't care. I don't need the big hit at the beginning of my workout. I needed it towards the middle, and so I would drink it, you know, starting right when I got to the gym. But now I take it 15 minutes before, because I just want it to kind of hit after I get warmed up and stuff, because I don't want my face to be feeling weird when I'm, you know, warming up.
Oh, I like that feeling.
Yeah, no, I feel like if me and Jordan have been taking ours kind of at the gym, and then we'll kind of just bounce around, get warmed up while it's like sitting in, and then once it hits, we'll go.
Yeah.
And, you know, that's like, I feel like I've gotten the best workouts of my life when I wait for it to hit versus when I go and then it just gradually hits.
See, I'm the exact opposite, because I don't really like the feeling of pre-workout doing something. I want to mentally think it's me. See what I'm saying? Because like, I know that pre-workout works because I can tell just by my numbers in the workouts, but I want to mentally think, oh, I'm feeling good. Like I'm doing this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I know that pre-workout works, and I know that I like the feeling of pre-workout, but when I'm in the gym, I want it to just be thinking about me.
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't want it to hit me. I want it to just slowly kind of take me just like a rocket, kind of right off the ground.
For me, I used to like take it in my car and just bomb for like 10, 15 minutes, bro. Let that like start kicking in.
Oh,
and
I
then
definitely
go in
bump.
there, stretch
We're
a little
bumping
bit
on the gym.
Stretch a little bit, and then it's hitting me as soon as I'm getting like out of my warm-ups and I'm going.
What do you guys what do you like to wear for music in the gym?
AirPods.
I'm
for sure.
AirPods Pro. So yeah.
Well,
I don't like
I'm
the
not
feeling
bougie.
of like the beats over my head, like in a workout or something like that.
A
And
lot
the
of
wires
people
are annoying.
I totally agree. A lot of people like the over-ear headsets, and I
feel like
can't
get
get
too
behind
hot.
it.
Like I get suffocated by it, like while I'm working out.
Well, or like when I'm doing deads, I feel like they're gonna fall off. So when I'm in the gym, I don't want to have to think about anything. I don't want to have to think about my shoes coming untied or my knee sleeves falling down or whatever. I just want to have to think about the work I'm doing, you know? So I don't want to have to, readjust my headset or in the middle of my set, stop and put my, earphones back on. I just want them to be there and not think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm the same way.
So
my question was, where do you get your supplements?
Supplement World. I get all my supplements from Supplement World, and I like to promote a supplement store, not a supplement company, because there's a lot of, they have a huge variety of supplements. Mm-hmm. So I get some Axe and Sledge there. And then I also get Tank from Be More here in Hutch from Matthew Struble. I get the Tank. That's an awesome pre-workout. Unfortunately, it's not available at the Supplement World, but it is available at the supplement store or stop or whatever it is here in Hutch.
Yeah,
so,
I was going to say that's where I get all my stuff.
Yeah.
The local business in Hutch, Supplement Stop. I don't really make like a lot of trips up to Wichita to go to Supplement World, but they do have a very wide variety up in there.
Yeah, I was going to say, me and Jordan just went out to Wichita yesterday and talked with some really nice guys down at Supplement World and, kind of took a look at everything. And Jordan really put me on. It's called Nitro, and it's sitting up there. And probably the best pre-workout I think I've ever had.
Pump pre-workout.
It's just everything.
Really?
That's a stem.
Oh, really? Okay,
yeah,
okay.
And then the Magnum Volume I've been taking is the pump.
Oh, okay.
And he gives me 2 of those capsules, and I still feel like I'm going to die.
Yeah, so what I do is I take a half a scoop of Tank, which is mainly stem, and then I take a full scoop of hydraulic. You want to talk about a crazy leg day? That's a crazy leg day.
Well, I took a scoop and a quarter of nitro, and that's what's in my shaker right now.
Yeah.
And then I took a little bit of your hydraulic just because I wanted to see if it did anything different.
Yep.
And then 2 of his pump things. And I think Jordan's on a scoop and a half of nitro today.
Yeah, and 4 capsules.
Yeah, he's come back for redemption today.
Yeah, I gotta stand that up.
He's come back for redemption.
Oh, bro, it's getting stood up for sure.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so I don't know what I'm gonna go for, maybe 455 or whatever, but
This guy just made me sound so small,
I
bro.
know.
not trying to make you sound small.
No,
Just
I understand.
kind of a, you know.
Hate that guy.
On me, bro. He just said, my number's higher than yours.
But don't think about it.
Oh,
Use it as motivation.
Oh, of course.
Right?
I gotta get back in the
like,
4 bill club.
he's doing 455. I need to step up my game a little bit. You know what I mean?
For sure, I need to. I need to be at 405 in like a month and a half.
So, anyways, so the way I started going to Supplement World is I actually used to get all my supplements online, and then. This is a long, drawn-out story, but I'll make it quick. So, my massage therapist lives in Wichita. His son,
And what's his name?
Luis Garcia, if you live in Wichita or Hutch or anywhere, he is by far, not even close, the best massage therapist for sports and really just for any massage. But he specifically does deep tissue sports massages. You can go there. You can tell us that we tell him that we sent you 3 hours. All of his massages are like 3 hours long. And they are amazing. He does cupping, deep tissue work, scraping, everything.
He does needling too, doesn't he?
No, he doesn't do needling. You have to be a chiropractor to do needling.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
No, I've been trying to get in with Luis.
Yeah.
Luis,
yeah.
It is Luis?
Yeah, it's Luis. But anyways, hold on. Back to my story.
Oh, sorry.
Luis has a son. His son's name's Ethan Garcia. He works at All City Barbershop. He's my barber. He's a great barber. Anyways, the Supplement World is right next to All City. And the manager of that Supplement World is a really good friend of mine named Alex. Alex is the Supplement World. He's awesome. And so he just kind of started me going there. So I would go there, and then I'd go to the barber, and then I'd go get my massage. So I go every 2 weeks to Wichita, and that's how I started going to the Supplement World.
All right, so we're talking about pre's and like pre-workout rituals. How do you guys go about your workout if you're in a cut and or bulk, or if you're like staying at the same weight and just trying to add mass?
I've been in a bulk trying to add mass since I was 18. So I've never, I guess there have been times where I've cutted, like I've tried to lean out a little bit for summer or whatever, but I've never changed my workout or done anything like that. I just put in like 30 minutes of cardio at the end of the workout. Okay. But I know you guys do some different. I'm just more worried. I think I'm just a good size, and I just want to keep building muscle. I'm just a weirdo like that. I don't know why.
Yeah, I think I'm about to enter that stage of my workout and like journey at the moment. I'm sitting around like 195 to 200, 205.
That's a good weight.
Yeah, I'm going to try to lean out and just add strength.
Yeah.
And some mass.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing that I noticed was at the beginning of the year, I was like, you know what? I really want to shred. Mm-hmm. And so it got to the point where I was almost not eating enough for my body because I didn't realize, my BMI, how much muscle I had for, you know, whatever. And so I started losing a lot of muscle mass. And so I finally started eating more. And then I almost got into this main gain stage where I would gain a lot of muscle. I would lose the fat off of this muscle. And then it became lean muscle at that point. So I've kind of just been doing that. But I switched my workouts between a ISO split where I do chest, shoulders, arm day, leg day, kind of where, a single muscle group a day and just focus it really hard. And then the next month I'll do a push-pull legs, the Arnold split, if you will, or like the bro split. And since I've been doing that, it's really leaned me out to just go back and forth because I feel like I gain a lot of muscle on my push-pull legs. And then when I do my ISO splits, I feel like I lean out really well.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never actually done an ISO split. I've been more of push-pull legs and just always switched up push-pull legs. I'll go like pull-push legs, push-pull legs.
See, and I've never done push-pull legs.
For real?
I've always done ISO. Just way back when I started, I guess the bodybuilders that I started watching was like Jay Cutler and the kind of newer age guys. And so I just saw they did, back, chest, arms, legs, and shoulders, and that's what I did. It was just, we probably just learned from different people, you know what I mean?
I was going to say,
but both work great. I have done push-pull leg workouts just individually, and they were just as good. I just think it's too much too much for me.
I like the power building aspect of like push-pull legs because of the hypertrophy. You can do your very strong, like heavy compounds, and then you can go straight into hypertrophy and like get a stupid pump. And so you can still be aesthetic, but then you're like gaining strength at the same time.
Yeah, that's kind of the same thing that I feel. And especially on push-pull legs. And I think push-pull legs is the reason that I hurt my knee was because you give yourself the 2 days of recovery. And so my normal split would be a really heavy lifting day at the beginning of the week. And then the second time it'd come around, because it's a 6-day split, push-pull legs, push-pull legs. The second time would be all my hypertrophy. And it wouldn't be any high weight. It'd be low weight, high reps, or like low weight, good reps, slow reps. And it was just making sure that I, stretched out the muscle on the second days. And then I'd come back after my 1 day break, which I didn't take a break anyways. But if I was to have a 1 day break, I would come back and then I'd start with my heavy weight again and just keep trying to. Those are the low reps, high weight. Just try to get more weight up. Try to get more comfortable with repping out high weight, and then go back and then do low weight, good reps, and just continue to stretch. And I feel like I gain a lot of muscle doing that. Versus isolation, which is mostly hypertrophy. So I'll go and I'll do, an arm day, and it's pretty slow movements, good and controlled, but it's also low weight. So I don't feel like I gain as much muscle, but I lean out really well from it.
You just need to put more weight.
Yeah, you got to start doing that slow controlled with like an extra 5.
And just continue to work that out.
You got to do progressive overload even with your isolate training. That way you still rip your fibers and grow.
It's so weird because like I used to do 20s, and I would think that was a lot, but then I would jump up to 25s and I wouldn't think it was that much more. You know what I mean? So like it's all that mental battle, because now I don't know what I curl, like 45s or whatever, but sorry, but so even when you're doing just those just like a bicep curl or whatever, you should always try and jump up your weight every week, every time you do it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. But another thing is, KJ and I have totally different mindsets on training. I do training as a longevity thing. I like to be healthy. I do like to build muscle, but KJ is completely different. So like if I feel too tired to go to the gym, I'm not going to go to the gym. As long as I know that I try and go 5 days a week, 5 days and 7 days, but I never say, oh, today isn't my rest day. I'll just move my rest day. You know what I mean? So like if on Monday I'm dragging, I just won't go to the gym on Monday. And then I'll just move that, whatever the rest day was, say it was on Wednesday, I would just move it to Monday.
Oh, and so you'd work out on your Wednesday?
Yeah, then I would just work out on my Wednesday. Or if I was tired on Wednesday, I would just not work out then. And then, so like Saturday and Sunday, I tried not to use as rest days because I can get to the gym all day usually, because I don't work. I don't, we aren't out of town or whatever. And so I can kind of move my workout around. But during the week, during the 5 day, usually like Monday through Friday is when I work 14, 16 hours a day. So I have to go at night. I can't go before. So if I'm dragging at night, it's just a wreck. And so I just don't even do it.
You see, in the past year of my training, I think I have been more of like active rest days. I go to the gym, like drop the weight real light, and I just focus on like mobility or like cardio that day. Like very light cardio and like some abs.
Well, and like I just told KJ, it's never a thing of, usually it's not a thing of I'm sore. It's just I'm so tired. Because like I was just telling KJ, I've been on 5 hours of sleep every single day for the past like 2 weeks, and 5 hours of sleep for me, I know it's okay for some people. It does not rock great with my world. I really prefer 8.
Yes, yeah. More. I have no preference. Like, I don't care how much I sleep, what I do, I will be in the gym. And then I will still, give it 100%, even if it's a bad day.
And I guarantee at 18, I did the same exact thing.
Oh, really?
Yes. Yeah, I'm sure I did. But like after 4 years of training and realizing that the days that I don't feel like going in aren't great workouts anyways, and that they're not really going to better me, they're probably going to, cause injuries because I'm trying to do weight that I can't do properly. I'm slinging weight or whatever. So I just realized like, man, those days, they aren't that beneficial to me anyways, and I probably need to sleep more than I need to burn those calories. So I just have stopped doing it. And so, and like some people, they have a schedule set and they have to do that schedule. I have a schedule set, but if I need to move things around or whatever, I have no problem having that fluidity. It's just, I have a schedule that these things need to get done this week. It's never, this needs to be done Monday, this needs to be done Tuesday. We work in week blocks. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like how you work for that would actually work really well for people with their planners, like being more grown.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, because like some days you have a really hard day at work, or some day your kids have to go to volleyball or whatever it may be, and you just don't have time to go to the gym. Just take that day as a rest day and then try and get all those, the rest of your workouts in. And look, people, if you miss a workout, it's completely fine. It's completely fine. KJ's shaking his head, but it is because...
I agree with KJ.
Because a lot of people will say, oh, I missed a workout on Tuesday. I'm just not going to go to the rest of the week because I missed Tuesday and it just threw off the rest of my week. No. If you miss Tuesday, just, I missed.
I do 2 workouts on Wednesday.
Oh, yeah, you come back with a different mentality that next day. You're like, I got to make up for my calories.
Definitely. Everything. But some people just don't have that time.
Yeah.
Like me, there's no chance I could ever do that.
On a Saturday.
On a Saturday, yeah, but like look at today. We're recording. I was an hour late because even on Saturdays, I'm grinding.
Yeah.
Like every single day of my week is from, and Saturday is Sunday is a little bit different because I try and sleep in. That's my one day to sleep in. Mm-hmm. And so I just like that luxury. But every single hour, like Monday through Friday, I wake up at 5. I go to work at 6. So, from 5 to 6, I'm getting ready. I'm going to the shop. I'm filling up my pickup, whatever. And then we get home at 6:30. So at 6:30, I eat dinner. Usually it's just a quick meal. I shower. I go to the gym. When I leave the gym, I come home. Usually I have to do some paperwork, and then I go to bed. Or maybe while I'm doing paperwork, I'll listen to some music or maybe watch a little bit of TV. But for the first 2 years of business, I didn't even have a TV. I was so busy, I never even had a TV. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So if you miss a workout, it's completely fine. But I think we got to go train.
Yeah, we do.
So we'll be right back. If you want to jump over to YouTube now, that'd be awesome. And you can watch that YouTube video of us training. And then if you don't, we'll be right back. And you can listen to how our training went and what we're going to do after our training.
Yes, sir.
All right, we'll see ya.
Deuces.
Well, we're back from the gym.
Yes, sir.
We're back. That was a good workout.
Oh, that was an amazing workout.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody on YouTube can see that I'm already eating my post-workout meal.
He's on cow number 5.
Well, we're like cow 7 today.
Okay.
But,
Oh, jeez. Nice little ham day.
Oh, yeah. The booty cheeks got killed today.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, jeez Louise.
What'd you squat?
New squat PR with a torn meniscus, 425 on the video. If you see that, 425. Okay, Devin attempted 500 like a complete jackwagon.
I got the 465 though.
Did get 465,
so that's up 20
easy.
pounds.
Yep. 500 failed it, and it was you got out of the hole. That was the
you
thing.
did stand it up a little bit, which was crazy.
I got about halfway up, but like I said, if you watch the YouTube video of us working out, I just feel like I haven't ate enough today. Haven't ate enough before the gym, and I did too much workup, too much warm up to get to that 500. Because I was really going for 465 today, but I was like, wow, that felt good, and so I'll go to 500 just a wild thought, Mm-hmm. And so really, I'm happy I got the 465, and the 500 was just goofing around. Really,
it was great.
Yeah, you guys hear these boys talking about big numbers like 425 and 500. Yeah, I hit 365 today.
Hey, but that's a step up.
Like we said earlier, before the podcast and the gym progression and your journey, everyone starts somewhere. So we're building that squat up. We gonna get it.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if you're squatting 85 pounds and you get up to 95. Like your journey is just as important as ours. Your journey should be way more important than ours. Actually,
I was gonna say Cordell hit 275 for the first time.
Yeah.
That was 275?
Yeah.
No, that was 250,
sure?
bro.
It was
250, bro.
Oh, shoot. Yeah.
250.
2 plates, 10, and a 5.
That's 250.
No, he had a 25.
No.
He had 2 plates and a 25.
He said 250.
That was Robbie front squatting.
Oh, that was Rob?
They changed it right
and then my stupid front squat without a knee brace. Shouldn't have done that.
I got that on the YouTube video.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I really shouldn't have done that. That hurt.
It looked like it hurt.
That hurt more than like the 425 really didn't hurt. The 450 I definitely should have got.
Yeah.
Because I was sturdy, but it was my chest. My chest like dropped, and then I mean like, if you watch the video, you'll see like we brace each other when we get to high weights. And when I got to that 455, Devin was almost pulling my chest up because I didn't have the upper ab strength to hold my chest up.
Well, I don't think it was your upper ab strength. I think it's your lower back.
Lower
because
back?
you're falling over. Like your abs aren't supporting you, keeping you up. Your abs are pulling you down.
Oh, that's true.
Actually, yeah, like he's saying, if you get yanked down, it's your abs are stronger than your middle and lower back on your squat. So you really need to focus on
good mornings.
Good mornings. And like, next to the pulleys, we haven't got there yet in the gym, but the back raises.
Yeah,
I do those.
He and I have done those before.
Yeah.
But it's basically just a stationary, like a good morning that's at a 45-degree angle.
Yeah,
or
I like to do those to warm up on my leg days. For my hamstrings and my like IT bands and everything in my lower back.
I was gonna say like I normally do those like every other leg day just to make sure. But I haven't done them with weight yet. And so I did it with 25s the other day when we went for back day, so yesterday.
Yeah.
And it felt good, but I feel like if I actually started implementing weight on those, it might help build that because it's still the overgrowth.
And then for you guys that watch the YouTube video and then also that work out all the time, when you do those, try to like if you hold the weight, put it out in front of you. Just hold it in front of your face, keep your chin up so it doesn't like mess up your spine and or like tweak a muscle.
I would always use a dumbbell and then use that so I would hold it, and then when it touched the ground, when I bent over, that's when I would go right back up.
Okay.
Yeah, see, because I started doing I'll lean back to the left, and then I'll lean back to the right, and then next time I'll go back, or just straight, and then right, and then left.
Yeah, but if you're using the dumbbells, you have to make sure you're like holding them up, because if you were just letting them hang, you'd only have a flexion of like 8 inches or so.
All right, big question. We hit PRs today.
Sorry.
Like, it's training podcast.
Yep.
When you hit a PR or when you're about to go for a PR, what goes through your head? Like, what are you thinking?
I need a good song.
Are you that too? But are you focusing on your form? Or are you thinking about bracing? Or
today
like, what are you
I focused on form because
I try not to think about anything.
Yeah. You just
Honestly,
try to like trust yourself and go with muscle memory?
I just try to like completely clear my mind and just like literally all I'm thinking about is just nothing. I'm trying to think about nothing. And so in the middle of that squat, I'm not thinking about how heavy it is. I'm not thinking about anything. I'm literally just trying to focus on thinking about nothing.
Okay.
Like nothing's happening. This is, we're just living life. And then when the weight gets on my back, I'm sure, just because I've done it so many times, it's just like riding a bike. But I don't have to think about my form or think about like contracting this or whatever. I just try and let everything just do its own thing. It's just like a machine. When you push the Pepsi button on a vending machine, it just does its own thing. Sorry about that.
Yeah, my bad, guys. I
No
forgot
problem.
to put my ringer on silent.
No problem. But so that's what I think about. I know, like, I used to think about my form and everything, but not anymore.
Yeah, I think I kind of try to focus on my brace and my breathing. Make sure I hold my breath all the way to the hole and then not let out until I get like quarter of the way out of the hole.
Yeah.
To keep that tension, and then that way I can really focus on driving out of the hole with a big weight.
I guess I try to think about nothing because if I think about what I'm doing, if I think
focusing on just moving the weight.
No,
instead.
I don't want to focus on the weight at all because like it's such a mind game. You could be stuck on 225 for an entire year. But if your mind would just let you, because the problem with training is your mind wants to protect your body. That's its whole job, is to protect, your tendons and everything. So it knows, like,
that's a lot of weight.
Yeah, it knows nowhere in practical life do I need this much weight. So I don't want him to be able to do this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I try, the only way you can get up in weight is if you don't let your mind think about the weight.
Okay.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, because your mind is so subconsciously protecting you, you'll think, oh, I'm just not strong enough. But really it's not your strength. It's your mental
block.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mental capacity to just do it.
Yeah.
I think that's what I might need to start doing when I hit big weights. But when I we moved on to the single leg press and the RDLs, and we did goblet squats before as a warm up. That's when I think you really got to start thinking about your muscle, muscle contraction.
I do the mind to muscle connection. Yeah. I think about that in any, either just warm ups or like leg extensions,
accessories and stuff like that. Not your compounds.
Not even that. Every workout that I've had with Devin is. Because I like to do hypertrophy, and so I'll go good reps, and then I'll progressively get faster because I want to get more reps, and it's kind of the endurance to shred.
Yeah.
When I go with Devin, and he slows it down, because Devin, I think you're more worried about the muscle growth, and I'm more worried about physique, because I'm trying to lose the fat off of it.
Right.
And so, especially today when I did that squat. When I did 405, I was thinking about form. When I did 425, I was making sure I had a good song, and then I don't even remember hitting the 425 really. I don't remember being there.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. Your 425 moved fast.
Yeah.
Faster than your 405.
I
guess it's because I wasn't thinking about it.
And I was definitely assisting you, but not a whole bunch. It was just a brace.
Literally
really.
just that little bit
I was really just pulling your back towards me instead of pulling you up. Yeah.
To keep that straight bar path.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, because I felt the pressure right there, and I was like, okay, that's maybe 5 pounds of pressure.
Yeah.
Because it was enough where I could feel it, but it wasn't enough to pull me up. Except when I did the 405, oh my gosh.
Well, okay, here's the deal. Your face was so red. I was like, this dude might be ready to pass out. So I was so focused on getting you at the rack that I pushed too hard.
Yo.
I thought you had already started leaning, and I folded you back. And then I was like, whoa. And so I jerked you back, to bring your butt, and then I
because when I racked it and you went to give me a high five, I was dazed as hell because I didn't know what happened, and I thought I was gonna die.
Yeah.
So I don't know, if you guys see it in the video, Devin's trying to give me a high five afterwards, and I'm just like, whoa.
Yeah.
Yo, so how'd the chest feel with all of the pre we took today? Did you almost die again?
No. So I think I'm getting more used to it, especially because I realize what's actually happening now.
Yeah.
Because that the other day, I took it and I thought I was literally dying. I felt my heart racing. It was out of my chest. And then today, it was really nice. And I think it's because I finally built up the blood in my knees for having the braces on. So I think it was nice having that little buildup, and then it kind of just let it cycle from there. Then I didn't feel it much here.
And kind of going back to the way I think about training compared to the way you think about training, I think about my whole goal in the gym is to do the least amount of reps and get the same amount of hypertrophy. So,
makes sense.
Because you got to think about it, no matter if the movement is 3 seconds or if the movement is 1 second, that's still a movement on your joints. So say it's on your knees. So if I'm racking more out, I'm just doing more work for my knees. And I'm not trying to work my hips and my knees. I'm trying to work the muscles. So if I can do 12 movements instead of doing 15 movements and get the same out of that 12, I'll always do the 12.
So are you more of a time under tension type of guy?
I'm just more about getting the feeling that I'm looking for. Okay. If I need to do whatever the weight is, if I need to do 12 or if I need to do 20 to get that feeling.
You're all about the squeeze and the pump. And how you feel.
Numbers, that's why I don't really progress a lot in weight, but my physique keeps getting better is because no matter how much I progressively, just because I mentally know how much I put on the weight, I'm not logging it. I'm not always trying to go up in weight. I'm just always trying to feel that, that certain point. Just because I've been training long enough, I know that right there. But I'm not there yet. I got to keep going to get to the level of tiredness, of wearing out my muscle that I have to get.
Do you know what I'm really upset about, Key? I was trying to put Dev on the 5x5 with the 2 sets of 10.
No, that's when my knee would have given out.
You see, you didn't have to do it, but I would have put him on. I almost did it, but I did leg press instead.
You could have.
I was gonna say,
another time.
If you watch the video, you'll realize that I kind of stay away from single leg motions right now.
Yeah.
Because the single leg is what hurts.
Yeah. You have to use a lot more stabilizing muscles and stabilizing tendons.
Yeah, and I think what the problem is they were talking about how my IT band, when it runs through, is what's actually catching on the torn part of the meniscus, and so that's why they have to remove it or repair it, is because it keeps flicking that.
Yeah. So like they say that if your IT band is really tight for a long time, that it'll actually basically like do the tearing for it'll tear the the tendon,
everything.
And so like I can tell it's so weird because I used to think before I started going and getting tissue work, I used to think that my joints were hurting because it was like bone on bone. But when he started loosening, like my shoulders, I used to not even be able to do flies.
Luis?
Yeah, Luis.
Okay.
I used to never be able to do flies or anything, or like dumbbell presses, never. Like my shoulders were wrecked. And after maybe 3 or 4 times of going and seeing him, and I just kept telling him, like, a big thing about getting therapy work is when he asks you what's going on, don't say, oh, everything's good. Like, don't try and be hard with the massage therapist. Like, he has to know how you feel
in order to get you. Yeah.
So every week I'll, like I painted my truck and all that sandblasting, my forearm and my hand was trashed. And he spent extra time on it and it's perfect today.
Yeah, drop your ego if you go get work.
Like for sure.
Chiropractor,
especially
doctors,
the chiropractor.
anything.
Oh my gosh.
And
we have
great minds think alike right there.
No, we have people that come in and I mean I know people personally that come in and I'll tell them like literally tell the chiropractor everything because their main goal is to help you.
And the thing is, like, if you think massages are like below you or whatever, you're so wrong, because tissue work has literally changed me going to the gym. Not even close. Every pro, whether you're like Tom Brady, every pro NFL player, every pro NHL player, every single pro athlete gets tissue work.
That's true. I was gonna say
every single one.
That's all the cupping and stuff. And then, I mean, even KT tape is technically tissue work, and that's done by an AD.
Yeah, that's just like your recovery. Recovery is very important.
Yeah. But
I was gonna say, because what people don't realize about KT tape is, people will see it and they're like, oh, well, that's just kind of stupid. No, what it does is it drags muscles into an area and it brings blood flow to that area for recovery.
I use it. I used to use it a lot on my shoulders.
Yeah.
But after I started going to Luis, like, I have had to use them a couple times, but just because I had trained shoulders too much the first week, because I get a massage every other week, and so I trained too hard the first week, and then my shoulders just got, messed up, and so the second week, because it's 2 workouts every time I go to see him, I would have to use it then. But I mean, tissue work, I'm a huge believer in tissue work, maybe even over the chiropractor. But if you can get the chiropractor and tissue work, we're trying to build a puzzle, right? We're trying to put this puzzle together. So you can't finish the puzzle if you don't have all the pieces.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to push my body to an elite status. So I have to put every piece of the puzzle in. Yeah. But the difference is I'm trying to get to an elite level and work 16 hours a day and build companies and do all this stuff. So it's like I have to really optimize my body because I can't just put more time into the gym. You know what I mean? So every session has to have that feeling, has to be good.
I was going to say, I know before we went to the gym, we talked about kind of what our thinking was going into the gym. So what's your thinking kind of coming out? What's your first thing that you do every time you get out of the gym? Kind of like, all right, well, what's next after you get done?
I self-analyze.
I think about my workout, and also the number one thing I want to do is get my hydration back up.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I drink a lot of water, and then I'll try to eat something.
Yep.
I normally do simple sugars, and that, for everyone that doesn't know, is your fruits. That's your just candy even.
Yeah.
My normal is a Pop-Tart because it's average carbs, so it gives me a good recovery. And then I eat something high protein with that, whether it's a protein shake, which I'm trying to cut out because Jordan informed me that I should be eating more whole foods.
Yes.
So I've been replacing that with like tuna, really good protein source, lean, and then I get my omega-3s.
Yep.
And so that's kind of my go-to.
Speaking of omega-3s, vitamins are so crucial.
Oh, they're so
I take
crucial.
a daily greens. I take a fish oil. I take just a daily vitamin. I mean, and a CoQ10, a main brain. I mean, I'm loaded up on supplements.
I take at least 10 to 12 vitamins a day.
Yeah. And like that.
I'm close.
Yeah, so the daily greens and the multi has... I take above what the daily suggested is, so I'm just way above normal.
Also, I usually fast until I go to the gym, and so I'll be in a fasted state, and then I don't want to go like too long in that state, so I'll usually have like 3 eggs and then just pour some egg whites onto the frying pan, and that's usually what I'll like cake down with a rice cake and some peanut butter.
I think maybe we should talk about, because we all have different ways of doing things, we should talk about our goals and why those things, because some people are going to look at me and they're going to be like, well, why doesn't he diet like these guys, you know? Mm-hmm. But my goal is just different. My whole goal is just to build muscle, just to look good, stay kind of lean, and build muscle.
What's your final goal? I know you've told me about it, but you haven't told many people about it.
Also, I'm interested.
Well, really, I want to own a gym.
Well, not that. I meant with your physique.
Hold on.
Okay.
So, I want to own a gym. But
Coming soon,
hopefully.
Not hopefully, it is.
So I want to own a gym, but I've always hated people that own businesses that didn't represent their business. And so now that I want to own a gym, I feel like I have to be over the top of normal, And so I used to think 220 was the goal. I really think 240 might be the goal now. Or, wherever my body, I think it starts to feel comfortable. But 240, I think will look really good. Like 225.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's without
15 pounds wouldn't look that bad.
No.
Especially if you leaned out with
that's what I want to do. I want to lean out and then,
So you want to be a lean 240.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just like not a shredded, just a nice, comfortable lean 240.
Yeah, you still have your mobility and everything, but just
say what?
Strobel.
Yeah, Strobel.
Yeah.
So for me, I'm sitting around like 195, 200, like I said earlier in the podcast. I want to like stay at this weight and really lean out right here, get really strong so I can like have my cut aesthetic look. I've been training more calisthenics to do that. And then I like to stick to a really lean diet of just like eggs, rice, chicken, and my greens. I just take handfuls of spinach and just shove it down my face, bro, like Popeye. Like that's just how I get my greens.
Well, you also do your fruit smoothies.
Yeah, that's I do that like before noon because that's the best time to get your sugars in for the day, because your body will use those for fuel for the entire day. Yep. Yeah, like your complex natural sugars, you get those in before noon, and you're just boom. You have tons of energy for the rest of your day.
If you want to eat carbs in the morning and right after your workout is the best time, because when you start eating carbs later in the day,
it sits on your body.
Yeah, your body just can't burn it. Yeah. And so like if you eat a bunch of rice before you go to bed, you're not going to burn any fat, to get through the night. You're going to just be burning those carbs.
I was going to say the best time through textbook to eat protein is 2 hours before a workout.
Yep.
Because it'll start metabolizing by the time you get working out.
Yep.
You have they call it a 30-minute protein period afterwards, and it's actually been proven scientifically that's wrong.
It's very wrong.
You can eat any time after a workout, and your body will metabolize that correctly. And then I know casein is normally used for it, but if you eat protein right before bed, you burn a lot of calories in your sleep. So if you eat that protein right before bed, even if it's like just a chicken breast or you eat like tuna, eggs, something, it's supposed to metabolize through the night, and then those calories that you're burning, you'll actually burn more calories, but you'll metabolize the protein to keep your muscles.
Yeah, it's a good recovery process. That one is.
Yeah. And then in terms of my final form, I hopefully will get this gym with Devin. And, that's something that's in the distant future. I don't think we're thinking about it like right now. I don't know.
Well, see what my finances do.
Well, I mean, the sooner would be cooler, but, it's kind of, it's a waiting game, obviously. Is it the LIU gym?
We'll see.
Maybe.
We'll see how much money we have.
I was going to say. Anyways, I would like to, right now, I want to lean out and lose weight and just see where my muscle is, because I've never actually seen, I've never seen like a good body index of myself. So what I want to do is I'm trying to lose weight and just see where I'm at. And then after that, I'm going to go on a hard bulk for like Devin's doing right now, and just try to gain muscle, because I want to be 220, but I want to be shredded and like lean. I don't want to be like 220 and like thick.
Y'all are like really heavy compared to me, like in goals.
Really?
Mine's like 195 to like 205.
Yeah, I don't know. I
guess it's the amount of muscle, because I want to have big shoulders.
Yeah, so here's my thing. Like,
I want to be more like a aesthetic look.
Yeah. So I'm such an overachiever and everything else, I hate to just go to the gym and just feel normal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so it's like, why would I set all my other goals so high above everybody else? And I'm super young. Like, I guarantee when I'm 40, I might not want to be 240, you know? And so why not do it now when I can, instead of being 40 or 50 and thinking, I wish I could have looked that good, you know?
I was going to say, I'm glad I started when I did, because I'm 18, and I think, I mean, in my year of research on, exercise and nutrition and, taking classes for college and everything and learning everything that I have, I think it's given me a really good opportunity to grow as much as I have. Because, I mean, a year ago, I showed Jordan, a year ago, I look completely different.
Yeah.
My face is way different. My body is completely different.
Yeah.
And with that, my mental health is way better.
Oh, I could guarantee it.
Yeah. And so, I don't think that you have to be skinny to have good mental health.
No, for sure.
I think it's all dependent on how you look at yourself in the mirror, what you do during the day, how you eat. Because I know when I changed my diet, I went vegan for 8 months, and I felt so good about myself. I didn't care how I looked in the mirror. I was eating good food, and I felt great, and I was so energetic. And then I started seeing differences in the gym, and then it was an even more euphoric boost, and then it just kept going and going. So
I don't know. For some reason, when I was thinking the other day, I was like, man, for some reason, I was thinking about sugars, just all sugars. And because I've cut out soda before, but I've never cut out all sugars.
That's how I am, except for last night.
No, I know, but like all sugars, like most bread has a lot of sugar, all that stuff. I never thought about cutting all that out, and I'm thinking about cutting all of that out.
So almost like a keto?
No, because like rice has no sugar in it.
Okay, that's true.
So not a keto, but just like very because the thing is, they say that sugars can really, like, they talk about the sugar crash. And so like I just want more energy throughout the day, and so I wonder if I cut out all those sugars and start, kind of going into ketosis a little bit, that it'll...
Okay. That makes sense. I have an addiction to coffee too much at the moment.
Really?
Because of the caffeine.
Well, it's because he can't drink just straight black. I went to Village Inn the other day, and I'm able to drink straight black, and I have no problem with it.
I can't do that.
Because I know if I need to work out, I can drink coffee, and it's no problem. I don't care what it tastes like. It's like one of those things where it's like, I need it. Jordan can't do that, and I think that's his problem.
Well, you just want the caffeine, though, right?
Yeah, that's what it is.
My cousin's the same way. My cousin is trying to lose weight.
Drink tea.
But
I don't like tea.
But he doesn't want to go to the gym, and so but he wants the caffeine from like Red Bulls and stuff. So I was like, dude, just go to Walgreens and get caffeine pills.
Yeah, that too.
There's no calories. They do the same exact thing.
That's true. I guess I could do that to switch it up. But speaking of my diet, Keaton told me about 2 weeks ago that he's been purely focusing on just his protein intake, like what amount of protein he's intaking.
That's all I think about. That's the only thing I think about.
Yeah, I think I'm going to try to keep my carbs at the same point and up my protein so I can lean out at this 200.
Yeah.
And if I lean out at the 200 to 190, I think I can build a crazy aesthetic look. But also I want to go into almost a all protein, all meat diet.
Carnivore.
Yeah,
See,
carnivore
he
diet.
and I talked about this another podcast because Joe Rogan did it, and he talks greatly of it, and I have done some other research on it, and it's they say it's amazing. They say your energy is so high just steadily throughout the day.
For real?
I was going to say, my problem right now with just focusing on protein is I get tired of eating.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
That's why the protein shakes are so nice, because it's like, oh my gosh, I get a break from eating.
I'm not going to lie to you. I definitely was the type of one when I first started losing weight that I starved myself and just drank a lot of water and like had a job that was like a lot of walking. So, like, there was not a lot in my system, but I drank enough water to where, like, I was just flushing out the extra water. And now at this point, I'm getting kind of lean. Things are starting to pop up in different places. So, like, my protein's going to be really, really, really important for, like, me leaning out at the moment.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to figure out where my energy today came from. I've eaten a protein bar between now.
I'm not gonna lie. I think the energy for some of us was the camera being out for the first
Honestly,
time.
yeah.
Wanting to make a good YouTube video and like show out for the
you don't want to look like a
squad.
little.
I'm gonna say Jordan was up at 5 a.m. and I was up till like 3. So
yeah, it was a long night last night.
it was a long night.
Tired.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know, we started at 2 today. I woke up at 1. It's tough.
I woke up at 9. I can't wake up past like 10. No matter when I go to sleep, I can't wake up past 10.
You got that natural body alarm
So
right now.
I can never sleep that whole time, but I can definitely go back to sleep. I can wake up, like go to the bathroom,
and then I can.
I'm falling right back to sleep.
Yo, I got a question. Y'all, for recovery, kind of switch it up. You take cold showers?
So sometimes I take cold showers. Really, I don't have to do that much for recovery because I get so much deep tissue work. Like, you got to think about it. I'm almost getting 30 minutes of tissue work every single day because I get 6 to 7 hours every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm getting so much work done. My recovery is so easy.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But I do love the Dr. Teal's recovery Epsom salt baths.
Yeah, Epsom salt.
Oh my gosh, those
Never
baths.
done that.
For real?
Yeah.
So
I
Epsom
was gonna
salt
say
bath in warm water.
Yep.
You'll feel great, bro. Like your swelling will go down.
I don't do warm water. I do like hot water.
Yeah, I'm talking like piping, steaming hot. Like you see the steam coming off the top of the water.
It's so amazing. Your muscles and your tendons, it's just...
I was gonna say,
it feels like all the lactic acid is gone.
My normal post-workout is I turn the shower on cold first, and then I get in and I turn it up, and then I shower, and then I turn it back on cold.
Yep.
Closes the pores. It releases the muscles because you warmed them up, and then you're freezing them again. But we are also approaching an hour, so if you guys want to talk about one more thing, we can, and then we'll call it a day.
Well, I want to talk about just... Everybody's goal is different, so my goal might be to put on muscle. Your goal might be to lose weight. Some people's goal might be whatever it might be. But if my goal is different than your goal, it doesn't mean that your goal is wrong or my goal is wrong. It's just our goals. So if you have, if you're just starting at the gym and your goal is to get, 20 pounds on whatever, or 100 pounds on squat, or 45 pounds on squat, it doesn't matter where you are or what your numbers are or what your goals are. As long as you have a goal, having a goal and taking the step in the right direction is way more than what your goal is. Than how big your goal is.
Also, with your goal, you see someone at the gym doing something that you like aren't fully doing, or like it's not close to your goal.
Yeah.
You can actually use their thoughts of their goals to help your goals. Just every once in a while implement it, switch it up so your body doesn't get injured from doing the same thing all the time.
And we talk about going to the gym, but your fitness goals can start wherever. It could be walking down the road or riding your bike or just doing home workouts. Man,
going up the stairs.
Like
going up the stairs.
Earlier, switching his diet to vegan.
And if you don't know something, if you don't know how to use a machine or you don't know how to work out, there's millions of hours of content on YouTube where they tell you what to do, how to do it, exactly what you're trying to contract. There's all this you have more information online than any civilization in the entire universe, in the entire time span of humans. Yeah. So just use it.
At least.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, also don't be afraid to go walk up to the super big dude in the gym and ask him for a tip.
For sure.
Like,
or a spot
they're
or whatever.
a lot more humble than you think they are.
Yeah.
They might have like a resting face and whatnot.
Yeah.
And they might look super intimidating, huge, but walk up to him and ask him for a tip on what you're doing if you really want to, because most of the time they're gonna be really humble and you're gonna put a smile on their face because that like proves that they're working hard enough that someone thinks they should walk up to them and ask them a question.
And like, I have no idea how big I am. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, everybody says that I'm big, but I have no conception. Like, I can't conceptualize that, just because this is how I see myself every day. And so most of us we don't think we're better than you or whatever. We have our own goals. We're on our own journey. So 99% of us are just as nice as smaller guys. So
I was going to leave the episode saying to not use us as examples.
Yes.
but use us as a form of motivation.
Yes.
What I mean is, you see us in the gym, we want to see you in the gym.
Right.
We want to see new faces. We want to see people start to get healthier. And even if it's not in the gym, we want to see you in your own life make healthy relationships. Choose the right foods to eat, do whatever it is to, start making yourself better in any way, shape, or form. So don't use us as an example, because we're by no means, the
perfect or
Greek gods that you're supposed to be in the gym, or, we don't have all the knowledge in the world, and we never will.
Yep.
So we just want you guys to stay motivated, get started with something, start, moving your life towards that end goal that's been set for you by whoever that greater being might be. So I think that's it for us. That's an hour and 5 minutes. So
I think that's awesome.
Enjoyed having you guys with us today.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening. Thanks for hopefully going and watching the YouTube video. Like, subscribe,
share.
If you can download on Spotify and stuff, that's awesome. Apple. We are now on Apple, so that's awesome. Just keep grinding, guys.
I would say like, comment, share, subscribe. The more, shares we get, we're doing a giveaway when we get the merch.
I was just going to mention that. Keep an eye out for the merch.
I was going to say, if we get 200 followers before the merch gives out, I think we do 2 giveaways instead of just one.
For sure.
Because that's, that's 1 per 100. And then when we get more and more, we can start giving back more.
For sure.
We'll put a post out for share, comment if you want to be in the giveaway. Leave your name
once
and
that merch
a good
comes
email or phone number, and we got you. We'll spin the wheel.
You guys are the best. Keep grinding. Don't take us as an example, just as motivation. Peace out.
Peace out.
Enjoy yourselves.